Hello, losers! Today I'm going to be talking about professional sports. Oh, I know, so surprising that a guy who likes to talk about professional sports on a professional sports YouTube channel is talking about professional sports. Well, the professional version of sports. Basically, any sport that exists that is like the professional version of it, like the professionally played, professionally paid sport, I am probably most likely going to talk about it. Not every single sport, since there are many sports out there, but everything I can cover. And today, since I'm still alive, I am going to be talking about gridiron football. Throw ball, as the Europeans like to call it. Well, what does this sport have to do with today's video? Well, the NFL, the most popular league within this sport, and if you're wondering, yes, there are other leagues. It's just NFL so happens to be the most popular one in the world. You know? Because it gets the most money, but it's not the only pro sport one. I'm just talking like who makes the most money in that sport, but it's whatever, you know. Anyway, enough about that. That's a whole another video on its own. What I'm talking about is Brazil. And you might go, well, what does Brazil have to do with the NFL? Well, I'll tell you something right now. If you guys didn't know, Brazil is the third largest fan base that likes to watch the NFL. That likes to watch the yearly NFL, even the Super Bowl. Well, obviously, the Super Bowl is kind of obvious, it being very popular because it's a popular event in general across the world. It's not the biggest event, but it is a big event on a yearly basis. Well, anyway, they're the third largest one behind second place, which is Mexico, and number one, obviously, being USA. So, yeah. Well, anyway, during the 2025 Super Bowl, that season of when the 2025 Super Bowl happened, a couple games prior, one of the Eagles games, the eventual winner of that specific Super Bowl, they had a game that was hosted in Brazil, and they went against the Green Bay Packers. I'm not gonna really crap on the Green Bay Packers, because if you guys know me, you guys know I'm a Lions fan, but that's not the whole thing. The whole thing is how they reacted to it. They were kind of like, it was bad, but it was good. It was bad because of how they, all the danger that could be potentially happening at that game, but it was good because everywhere else, when the game was over, after some point, if you went over to other places and stuff, it probably wouldn't be that way. But it's like, it's shocking to a lot of people, even us Americans, because Brazil has never hosted an NFL game before. I think they have hosted other American sports games in Brazil before, but yeah, I've never seen any history of them hosting any games in like the NFL's entire history up until this up and coming season. And I heard they're gonna do another one with the Eagles or whatever, but I don't know about that. But still, yeah, it was pretty shocking. There was a lot of information. If I can, I will try to provide a link down below relating to the issue, if I can. Anyway, this situation was crazy. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting them to actually host a game in Brazil, but they did. And obviously they did win against Green Bay in that game because they ended up going to win the Super Bowl, you know? That kind of thing. But whatever the case, you can check out the video link down below related to it. And it's still shocking to me, though. But how was the game? Well, the game was good. There was a lot of good play to it. There were quite a good game of play from what I can remember. I don't remember much of it because it was a while ago. It was like several months ago when that game happened, obviously, because they have the Super Bowl at like the second month of every year for it. So that was kind of a while ago, a little bit for me anyway, since I'm watching this since I'm telling you this in April of 2025. So yeah. But anyways, if you're from Brazil or any nation maybe outside of North America, who is your favorite team? Like, I heard there was a lot of fans that are like becoming like good, maybe even hardcore fans to some degree. I'm not saying that you should be. I'm saying that there just are. But anyway, if you're from outside of North America, like South America, Asia, Africa, Ethiopia, or some people like to say Australia, even though that's the name of a country, kinda. And then Asia, or maybe even Europe. Basically just anywhere outside of the big three, US, Canada, and Mexico. For that sport, anyway. Because I wonder if there's like a, I don't know, say a Browns fan from, I don't know, France, I guess? I don't know. But that was a weird option to say. But there are a lot of teams to choose from, so I would say if you're going to pick a team, at least pick a team that's it's the closest resemblance to other teams of other sports that you're more familiar with. At least if you're going to pick a team, just go with the one that sounds like a team that you would root for, that kind of thing. But if you're wondering, yes, I am a Detroit Lions fan. And oh my God, I just know there's going to be a bunch of Green Bay Packers fans just waiting to hit, Well, anyway, yeah, I got to end this video so you guys can talk about it, or if you're interested, you can make a comment on this video if you want to, or whatever. Well, anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. And Mr. Eyebrow List, sort of, is on the loose. Okay, I'm not a moose. Whatever. Just remember, stay ugly.